Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I help you become your best self through better health. And today I wanted to talk about one of the most important things that you can do when it comes to eating better and living a healthier lifestyle. It's such an important component, but it's also a main struggle that a lot of my clients and a lot of people in general, I'm sure you're going to be able to relate, have a challenge with when it comes to eating healthy. Can you guess what it is? I'm going to give you a hint. It's not just for bodybuilders or fitness enthusiasts. Okay, can you guess? All right, it's meal prepping. If you guessed meal prepping, you are correct. So while bodybuilders made the concept popular back in the day, it's actually a very beneficial, for people of all walks of life. And if we're being honest, I always say meal prepping is just a fancy word for leftovers. But those leftovers can have a huge positive impact on your overall health. So let's get into the 4 major benefits of meal prepping and why you should do it more often and really make it a part of your lifestyle. So, number 1, for the obvious reasons, weight loss and weight management. So here's an interesting, startling statistic that you might find interesting. According to the USDA, Department of Agriculture, the average American has experienced a 23% increase of calories between 1970 and 2008. That's an extra 500 calories more a day. And considering that was 14 years ago when that survey was done and how Americans are eating today, I think it would be safe to say that that number has probably doubled, making it, 1,000 more calories a day that people are consuming, mostly empty, high fat, high sugar calories. And while I don't count calories, meal prepping helps you control your portions and reduce the urge to overeat. This is because you have food readily available. And when you do that, it in return helps you, lose or maintain your weight. So that's an obvious reason right there. So meal prepping helps you reduce the urge to overeat and not increasing those calories that you're eating, which is crazy because I really do think it's about 1,000 more calories a day that people are eating. So number 2, it helps prevent chronic disease and illness. And you're probably thinking like, well, how does meal prepping help with chronic disease and illness? Well, here's why. Because these days, most people's diets are consumed of ultra processed, fast food, junk food, foods that are full of empty calories, meaning that they're void of any nutrients. And meal prepping will help you avoid the drive-through and keep those junk food cravings in check by having these healthy foods readily available. So when you cook your balanced meals at home, you know what's in it. This food that you cook at home provides you the nutrients the body needs to help boost your immune system, which in returns helps fight off chronic disease and illness. We all know those common chronic disease and illness, which is, heart disease, hypertension, diabetes, osteoporosis, all of these things, and even certain cancers are all linked back to the consumption of highly processed foods, which are the junk foods, the fast foods, the sodas, the candies, and all of those kind of things. So when you meal prep, you're limiting your consumption of these foods, which also helps, your body fight off illness and disease, which is what we want. Okay. And if those 2 weren't enough, I think the last 2 are going to be motivation for you as well, to start incorporating meal prepping. So number 3, meal prepping saves you time. And if you're like me and don't like spending hours in the grocery store or the kitchen, meal prepping truly is a lifesaver. Like I shared earlier, meal prepping is really just a fancy word for leftovers. So when you meal prep, you don't have to worry about cooking every night, which actually saves you time. And I think, these days we could all use a little bit more time in our day. So pick a day and start meal prepping so you can add more time into your week. It really does save you time cumulatively when you're just meal prepping on 1 to 2 days of the week, okay? And then last but not least, it helps save you money, okay? So meal prepping will not only, reduce your eating out and fast food consumption, which helps with the weight loss, which helps with, fighting off chronic disease and illness. It also helps with, saving you tons of money. Not only will you be doing your wallet some good, meal prepping helps to reduce, how much spoiled food that you throw out every week. I know I was guilty of that before I started meal prepping more consistently, throwing out tons of food, and I hated that. And did you know, according to the American Chemistry Council survey, the average U.S. household throws away $640 worth of food per year. And more than half of all households throw out food every week, right? And so, how many of you can relate to throwing money down the drain every week because you're not prepared and you're not cooking the food? So you can save money, you can save the environment, reduce your waste, and all those good things. So meal prepping will help solve that problem and help save you money in return. I can't tell you how many times my clients are like, oh my gosh, my credit card bills went down and all this, because it really does help save you money when you're prepping. And here's some additional bonuses to meal prepping and having food readily available and what it can help you do. So it can help reduce brain fog because you're always eating, and you have the clarity, you have the energy to think, you have the fuel, and it naturally increases your energy when you have food readily available, because again, you're giving your body the energy that it needs, and it improves your overall health and mental well-being, thinking clear, reducing that brain fog, all of those good things. So as you can see, meal prepping, there's more to meal prepping than meets the eye, and it's not just for fitness buffs, okay? And I'll end with this, because I've always said this, that meal prepping really is, or cooking is, a form of self-care. It's a form of taking care of yourself. So when you think of it in those terms, hopefully you will start to look at meal prepping in a different light. So tell me, what has been your experience with meal prepping? Do you like it? Do you find it helpful? Are you struggling with it? Let me know in the comments below. And if you are struggling with meal prepping and just really getting that part of your life organized, I am eating more more healthy on a consistent basis, which is so important. Be sure to check out my Meal Mindset Masterclass, a new masterclass where I'll be teaching you how to eat better with a busy schedule. Okay, so more information will be in the description below, so you can check that out. And I think that's it for today. So thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.